10 superhero gadgets which actually exist. Have you ever thought that one day you could become a real superhero? Want to climb like Spider-Man or throw fireballs with your hands? So now we will surprise you, because this is not so difficult to have such abilities as your favorite superhero. How? Just keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech City. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 superhero gadgets which actually exist. Are you ready for that? And now I'm happy to present top superhero gadgets that actually exist. We've all dreamed of having the superhuman abilities that we grew up seeing in our favorite superheroes. There's something magical about the thought of throwing fire from your fingertips or deflecting bullets with your chest when fighting the bad guys. Childhood fantasies have recently been brought to life with the invention of gadgets that mimic some of the special abilities that are similar to the ones that we saw on our favorite cartoons. Thanks to advances in technology, you could own these amazing gadgets. Number 10. MayoWear Bionic Claws. Just how badly have you wanted to have claws that automatically extend like Wolverine's? Well, now you can, thanks to a do-it-yourself project from MayoWear maker Advancer Technologies. To transform yourself into the X-Men member, you'll need a 3D printed replica of the iconic claw. You can grab the file from GitHub, an Arduino microcontroller, and one of the Advancer Technologies' latest muscle sensors. The MayoWear muscle sensor is key to the neat effect, allowing the user to reveal the Wolverine ability with style. When assembled, the sensors can recognize when your forearm muscles flex, quickly pushing out the concealed 4-inch claws. When you relax your muscles, the Wolverine-esque claws will retract. You don't even need a button to control the claws. This is so amazing, isn't it? Number 9. Pyro Fire Shooter. Want to throw a fireball like Mario? Here's an awesome fire shooter bracelet. Admit it, you've always wanted to shoot fireballs out of your hands. Ever since you first played Street Fighter II and learned how to execute a Hadouken, using your hands to make flames has been your lifelong dream. Sure, you may have told your parents that you had more respectable ambitions, like law school, marriage, or community theater, but none of these ever held a candle to the pure nirvana that is fireball throwing. Well, thanks to modern technology, you can actually shoot fireballs now. It consists of barrels filled with special tissue paper that burn quickly. All you have to do is push the built-in trigger and the bracelet instantly shoots a fireball. And because more fire is always better than less fire, there's also a burst fire mode that allows you to shoot 2 fireballs at once. Number 8. Magneto Magnetic Shoes. The DIY X-Men Magneto shoes are exactly what fans of the comic book franchise need when heading to the premiere of the latest installment, X-Men Days of Future Past. It is a set of footwear that allows people to walk upside down, as long as there are metal strips found along the ceiling. Imagine entering the theater in such a dramatic fashion. Created by Colin Furze, who also made retractable Wolverine claws, the DIY X-Men Magneto shoes are essentially tweaked old Vans. He converted microwave transformers into electromagnets, welded them to shoe attachments, and added switches to control each foot. Colin Furze reveals, "Physically hanging from the ceiling is quite demanding, so trying to walk across it is going to be even more difficult. Already want these shoes?" Number 7. Real-life functional Dr. Octopus suit. You'd be shocked, but a teenage billionaire built a real-life, fully operational Dr. Octopus suit. 19-year-old Eric Finman invested in building the suit using the fortune that he made through Bitcoin. The suit was built for an 11-year-old boy, Aristu Mihan, the son of one of Finman's mentors, who is afflicted with hypermobility issues. The suit was built as a prosthetic prototype through 3D printing. The Super Vanillin suit boasts 4 octopus arms powered by 8 engines. It currently has the power to lift lightweight objects. However, according to the inventor, another $20,000 investment could give it the ability to lift a car. Number 6. Superhuman Exoskeleton. Now, a group of California-based researchers have developed an exosuit that gives soldiers and the aging population superhuman strength. Called Superflex, this wearable uses motion sensors, accelerometers, and gyroscopes to read the speed and angles of the owner's legs and adjust its movements accordingly. This technology is being used to prevent and reduce musculoskeletal injuries caused by dynamic events typically found in combat zones. What makes this suit worthy of a superhero is that it has onboard sensory that learns the wearer's movements, which is used to turn on the power at the precise moment it is needed. The current prototype is a soft suit that fits most body types. It sends out a jolt of supporting power to the legs, arms, or torso when users need some extra help with a heavy load, or as for the elderly, walking assistance. Number 5. Spider-Man gloves. The coolest thing about Spider-Man is the ability to take off and scale a wall with his super sticky hands. Researchers at Stanford have unveiled a new glove project, similar to Spider-Man's wall crawling, that allows the wearer to stick to a wall and climb right up. Clingy hair-like nanofibers that flatten out when pulled downward and grip via electromagnetic attraction. It also uses a shape memory alloy to keep from breaking mid-climb. The demo plays out fairly slowly, but with some refinement, you'd think this thing could come in pretty handy for a superhero. Number 4. Predator Cloak. In the Star Trek universe, cloaking devices on Romulan and Klingon spaceships create all sorts of tactical nightmares for their human foes. Hiding in plain sight is certainly a handy trick for a person too, as fans of The Invisible Man and the Harry Potter series know well. Science has given us glimpses, as it were, of how these anti-detection technologies might be possible. But full-fledged invisibility cloaks like those of science fiction and fantasy remain quite a ways off. Nevertheless, research into rendering objects invisible has made leaps and bounds just in the last several years. Partial cloaks that work like sophisticated camouflage, much like the shimmering distortion of the Predator alien in the 1987 movie of the same name, might be more realistically achievable. However, Canada's hyperstealth biotechnology already patented a new quantum stealth material that disguises a military soldier's or even its tanks, aircraft, and ships by making anything behind it seem invisible. According to a press release, it works by bending the light around a target to make it seemingly disappear. This light can be in the visible spectrum, or it can be ultraviolet, infrared, or shortwave infrared light, making the material what Hyperstealth calls a broadband invisibility cloak. Number 3. Real-life echolocation. We're used to seeing bats and whales use echolocation to find their way around. And for a while, now we've known that, with practice, humans can also visualize their surroundings by making clicking sounds. A new study presents the first detailed description of human echolocation, including the acoustic characteristics and spatial range of mouth clicks. For bats, dolphins, and some whale species, echolocation is an innate ability used for navigation and foraging for food in the dark. When an animal produces a call, they listen out for the echoes that bounce back from objects in their environment to detect their surroundings. While seeing the world through sound isn't something humans have a natural skill for, studies have shown that vision-impaired people can develop bat senses with practice. The most famous real-life Batman is Daniel Kish, who lost his sight at the age of 1. Kish became an internet sensation, climbing mountains, riding bikes, and living alone in the wilderness using mouth click skills to picture his surroundings with mind-blowing accuracy. And it turns out you don't need to be visually impaired to develop this perspective on the world. People with normal vision can learn how to echolocate to detect the size of virtual rooms, so this is possible for everyone to learn how to echolocate. Number 2. The bulletproof suit. If you're a secret agent or just want to dress like one, you can. Perhaps you've heard about bulletproof clothing before, coming out of South America and designed to protect drug kingpins. Yes, a real bulletproof suit. It turns out bulletproof suits are a real thing and has been existing in the Garrison Bespoke showroom since 2014. Garrison Bespoke and Aspeto make stylish bulletproof suits that are not made from Kevlar, the material bulletproof vests are made from, but looks like an everyday normal suit and can stop a bullet to an extent. The entire suit acts like a shield, with nanotubes in the fabric hardening to block force from penetrating through. All of this bulletproof clothing could be yours for about $10,000 to $20,000. Sure, it's expensive, but it just might save your life. Number 1. The Iron Man suit. Tell me you've never dreamed about having a real Iron Man suit. But what if I told you that's real? Adam Savage of Mythbusters fame recently premiered a new show he worked on for the Science Channel titled Savage Builds, and in one of the episodes he took it upon himself to make a real-life Iron Man suit with assistance from Gravity Industries. A segment from the episode of the show in which he flew in an Iron Man-like suit. Gravity Industries have been making jetpack devices for some years now, and Savage sought to utilize their technology to make Tony Stark's famous suit a reality. In fact, the suit is even bulletproof, and they were given files from Marvel Studios themselves to model the suit off of. It's a pretty incredible achievement, but there's still some work to go due to the poor visibility of the helmet and the limited knee mobility due to the design. However, it's one step closer to real-life Tony Stark, regardless. Are there any more superhero gadgets to be added to the list? Which gadgets would you like to have from this list? Drop your opinions in the comment section. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and slap that notification bell in case of future videos.